Hello, my sweet friends and loves. How are you today? I don't know about you, but I'm getting hit and walloped by some allergies. Big time. Making it hard to go anywhere without holding Kleenex next to my hand. I know it's a very, very romantic way to start a Transformational Tuesday, but you know, it is what it is. All right. I have my the Psychic Tarot for the hearts. As you know, this is one of my faves. And basically every time we do this, I just intuitively decide which deck wants to come out. So yeah, I have a couple of favorites, but I also just have some ones where, and we've talked about this before, these ones hold the light and the shadow side. The other Angel Paro, or the, let's see, I've got my drawer full of them right here. This one right here, it's beautiful, it's wonderful, and I absolutely love it because I feel like the messages are so positive, and that's exactly why I have decided and chosen to go with these Psychic Tarot for the heart, because they do honor that light and shadow. Now, for myself recently, I'd say like in the last 2 months easily, I've really been diving back into the connection of darkness, and not just the connection of darkness as in shadow, but darkness as in the opposite of light. So not that there is any negative or positive charge on it, that it isn't, you know, bad. I think we have this really intense association with darkness as being bad, or something that we need to banish, or something that we need to put light to, or something like that. But really in the expression of balance in this world, in the world of dichotomy. Hello, Jennifer. I was going to reach out to you today. Good to see you here. That in this world of dichotomy, it isn't that there is a good and bad, or that there's a right or wrong, or, you know, any of these good and evil. That for this particular session and connection, that we're going to be looking at a little bit more of darkness, in the sense that darkness is an aspect of each and every single one of us, that there is not this, you know, exalted one that has only light, and that they are only a light being, that even we as light workers have a darkness that is within us, that is craving our attention, that does not need to be tucked back away, to not play, to not step outside of the light. That it is super important that we learn to integrate both aspects of ourselves, that light and that dark. And that is where you find your power. That's where you find the balance of your own power within, is in integrating both the light and the dark aspects of yourself. Now, you guys have heard me say that my shadow is as dark as my light is bright, that there is a balance that goes to this, that the more work I do in my light body, the more work I do in, you know, stepping forward, detoxing, taking care of myself, letting, you know, going to bed early, doing all these things that are really important for me to nurture my light body. There's also this dark aspect in this dark body of mine that, like I said, in the last, I'd say 2 months, I've really been exploring in a different sort of way. So that's a message that I want to bring here for you today, and really offering self-forgiveness as the key. That self-forgiveness in the integration process is the key. That's what's going to give you permission to really be able to integrate both aspects of yourself without feeling like there's any sort of... My dog's going to go for it again today. Look. Hey. Come here. Come here. All right, sit. All right, so I've got one card out here. Looking for 2 more to do our little 3-card reading. That one kind of wanted to come out, but I don't think it was the jam. All right, here we go. So while I'm picking these cards, another fun thing is that before my events, I like to really clean, clear, purge, detox. For me, when I'm on stage and I'm teaching and I'm holding that kind of space and I'm leading meditations, it takes a lot more energy for me to do than like doing these live videos or doing anything else. So before that, I really like to detox. I like to purge. I like to cleanse. I like to get my sleep regimen on schedule, all these things to really allow myself to be a channel. And so I am starting that as of yesterday. So for any of you that just want to join in the cleansing, join in the detox, whatever way that looks like to you, know that I'm going to be doing that up until the event, probably even after, because as you know, for those of you that cleanse, you know that when you're done with the cleanse, you don't really want to get off of it just because it has felt so good to be on it. So, little side note there in case you want to join in. All right, so looking at the cards here. Ooh, I like this. We have the balance of giving and receiving. So the balance of giving and receiving is so critical and so important as you're moving forward through your life. I know that some of you that are listening right now are really, really good at giving, but you're not good at receiving. Like you haven't learned how to receive yet. And if you haven't learned how to receive, then there is a balance that gets out of whack as you move forward. And to be honest, you're not really going to be able to grow very far beyond where you're at right now, because that balance of giving and receiving is what gives you permission to keep going. It's what gives you permission to keep growing in the way that you need to, because there will be times on your path, on your journey, as you're exploring yourself, your personal development, your spiritual growth, where you fall flat on your face. 100% flat on your face. Because if you haven't learned to receive, the universe will set you up, set you up in a position where you will learn to receive. You will have to learn how to receive. And so really acknowledging that right now. Now, I know that I attract a lot of empaths, I attract a lot of intuitives, and so the giving part isn't really the hard part. We actually have a much, much more challenging time receiving. But if there isn't balance in that place, if there isn't balance in the exchange of energy as you move forward, whether you are the student and the teacher, the mother and the daughter, whatever the archetypal role is that you are playing, know that it is very important to make sure that you are staying balanced in your ability to receive as well. Now, what gets triggered with receiving is our own worthiness. How do we see ourselves? How are you seeing yourself? A lot of the times we have issues receiving is because we don't think that we're worthy of somebody's attention. We don't think that we're worthy of somebody else's gifts. We don't think that we're worthy of what it is that they bring to the table. And so instead, it's easier for us to say, hey, I will give you everything that I have to win your love, to win your affection, when in reality, what's really important here is for you to find somebody, or even friends, families, and I'm not talking about intimate relationship here, but in receiving, that you are feeling worthy to be able to receive what it is that they have to bring to you. So I see this question here, how do you learn to receive? I'm telling you, the universe will set up circumstances where you don't really have any other choice but to learn to receive. And in any other way to, I think one of the easy ways, super easy way, would be like at a restaurant. Are you able to receive what it is that your waiter or waitress is bringing to you? I know it sounds funny, but some people have even a hard time being waited on. When that is like going into the environment, going into the restaurant environment, you already know that that's what's happening. But it can be a representation of how easy it is for you to receive. All right, so next card here, we have dreams coming true. This is one of my absolute favorite cards in this deck. That for you, when you are in that space of loving, living, breathing, receiving, giving, really finding into your own worthiness, diving into your worthiness. Remember how I was talking about the balance between your own light and your own darkness? The key to integration in that is forgiveness. So it is your own value of forgiveness. How willing are you to forgive yourself as you lean into giving and receiving? Right? And you can even receive from yourself. Are you able to receive your own compliments? That's one thing. Like, do you receive compliments well, or do you turn them around and throw the compliment back, or completely deny that the compliment happened, rather than just simply saying thank you and allowing yourself to receive? And these are just simply words, right? But it is an energetic exchange. So tune in with yourself. Are you good at receiving compliments, or do you quite literally just turn them around and throw them right back at the other person who gave it to you? The reason that this is important while I'm holding this card is because you will not be able to receive your dreams if you do not think that you are worthy of them. If you have not learned to receive first, then your dreams won't come true. And the reason your dreams won't come true is because you will not think that you are valuable enough or that you are worthy enough to actually receive your dreams, your manifestations, the things that you're putting out there and telling the universe that you want. If there is a disconnect between your worthiness and your value of how you can receive, you're not going to get them. So how do we actually open those channels up? Is we really look at our personal value of self-forgiveness. How willing are we to forgive ourselves for the things that we have done that have been attributed and connected to our darkness or our shadow side? We must forgive ourselves in these cases because we're not doing anything bad. We just have this idea, and I'm going to poke just a little bit at the dogma of religion in our world, and I'm not going to go into it too much, but to know that there is somebody else outside of yourself that has set their own values of morals and coding of what is right and what is wrong, then it's really important for you to tune into that for yourself. Because chances are that you have shame or you're holding on to something that you did that was bad, that was in your true nature, and that's perfectly okay, allowing your true nature to be able to express itself without causing harm for another person. So let's go ahead and see what this third and final card is. Oh, I like this. Embrace. So it's the embracing of what is yours. Embracing, I love, love, love this right here. Can we get, there we go. This little heartbeat that's at the core of the planet. The heartbeat that is also at the core of your own existence. The heartbeat that is yours before it is anybody else's. That you have that spark of your own divine creation within you at all times. Each and every single one of us does. And so when we're able to look at that and see the value of what we have internally, recognizing and knowing that we were created out of light and dark, that light does not exist without the darkness and dark does not exist without the light. So when you can open your heart to truly embracing all aspects of yourself, all aspects of your personality, integrating through forgiveness and finding your own values of your own morals and your own code, then you are going to be able to set yourself free in a way that you never have been able to before. So that's what the key is of this reading. That's what the whole key of, these minutes that we've been able to share together is really, really, really seeing yourself clearly, honoring and loving yourself, giving and receiving, right? We must learn to give and receive in order to receive the dreams that we've set out into the universe. I can tell you right now that for some of you, a lot of the reasons why your manifestations, the things that you're working towards creating for yourself, the reason why they're not coming to fruition is because you don't actually believe that you deserve them. You see them, you want them, it's beautiful, but if you don't believe that you can actually deserve it, like I said, it's not coming in. So you must work on your worthiness. And the way that you work on your worthiness is through self-forgiveness and self-love in every single moment. It's not that you can forgive yourself for one thing and not forgive yourself for another thing. You must forgive yourself across the board and looking at that, because that's when you can really embrace your divine plan, your divine path, the path that is so beautiful for yourself to be able to be super keen on where it is that you're going and how you want to step into flow. So that's the key here. I know that's our theme for our Earth Angels class today, is really looking at flow and how beautiful and beneficial that can be. So I hope you all got quite a bit out of these three cards. Please know that tickets for Become, they're going on sale tomorrow. I'm very excited about that. It's going to be here at the Atlantis Resort and Spa here in Reno, Nevada. My favorite casino here. But the other beautiful and wonderful thing, doors are still open to the Intuitive Connection Academy for $33. You get that enrollment, you're in access for the entire library, the entire archive, all of these things that are there, they're set up for you already. You get direct access to it, and you're going to get discount tickets to Become. So let me know if you're interested. I am definitely going to put the link in the comments here. And I do sincerely hope that we have the opportunity to meet each other in person, because these events, they're so powerful. They're so huge. They're so life-changing. The spirit connections that you will meet at this event is going to, it's absolutely beautiful. You can meet lifelong friends there that you didn't know you had before. You'll also get to meet Loki in person. All right, my sweet friends, I hope you have the absolute best week ever, and I do look forward to connecting with you again soon. Keep an eye out, because I'm going to do some live readings this week. Those have been good. Oh my gosh, they're so much fun. So keep an eye out for those, and we'll get to make some progress here together. All right, mwah, ciao. I'll see you again soon.